Good afternoon, folks. Big Bo here with another great Class A diesel motorhome value from Parkway RV Center. Folks, we just got in this really nice 2004 Holiday Rambler Ambassador. This is a model number 38 PDQ. This is a quad slide, 4 slide out, Class A diesel motorhome. It's just got 30,838 miles on it, folks. Got a 330 Cummins diesel engine. 10,000 pound towing capacity. It's got a 7,500 watt Onan diesel generator powering everything up right now, and I think it's a real pretty color too. You don't see burgundy on many motorhomes. But anyway, I've got this thing priced for a bargain at only $49,900. That includes a 90-day nationwide limited warranty and a major systems check to be completed after purchase. One thing I'm going to point out, folks, we are going to replace the awning topper on this side. It came in missing, so that's included for the $49,900 price, and even included if you take it as is and take the discount. As we look around this thing, folks, it's 38 to 39 feet long, got 2 ducted roof airs, everything's working so far. 10,000 pound hitch on the back, 50th anniversary edition. Right there tells you how long Holiday Rambler's been in business, folks. Holiday Rambler, and I've got several of them out here, they're kind of been the brand that other RVs have compared their luxury models to for decades now. I mean, this thing's a 2004 model. It's 13 years old, and it was 50 years old then, a 50-year-old company then. Now, of course, 63 years old, one of the oldest in the business. They were the brand that pioneered the aluminum frame that everybody uses now pretty much. And they've been around a long time, folks. Family Motor Coach Association, that means more than likely it was owned by a experienced RV owner. It's got the power awning. Colors look great. I like that burgundy. I don't know why they don't have more motorhomes in that color. Seems like everything's black or white or brown or tan. You hardly ever see burgundy on a motorhome. Got the Alcoa wheels. Tires look great. Just turned 30,000 miles. And anybody that knows anything about diesel engines will tell you that's not even a concern. I mean, folks, I personally see these motorhomes with 400,000 and 500,000 miles on them with a Cummins diesel. Built on a Roadmaster raised rail chassis. Got the air suspension, the airbags. We just drove this thing almost 600 miles in. It did great. It's got, and thanks to that raised rail system, you actually got pass-through storage. Like I said, 9-layer fiberglass roof, 5-layer sidewalls, 5-layer floors. Got the optional door awning as well as the patio, the power patio awning. Let's look inside. Now, folks, I've got the airs on, the generator running, the fridge is cold. So basically, I've already checked all the major systems out for you. Like I said, we just drove it in, got 30,830 miles, backup camera works great, got a CD stereo, 6-speed Allison transmission, got an HD TV overhead. It does have a satellite system on the roof. And now one of the previous owners has removed the carpet that originally came in this motorhome and put linoleum down, which looks like hardwood, which looks great. To me, I would rather have it this way because it's easier to keep clean. It's got the opposing sofas, which is really nice because you can sit a lot of people in here. Both your front seats swivel around for party seating. You can seat 3 people on each couch, so that's 8, and then 2 at the table over there. That's 10 people that you can sit in here comfortably. And you've also got 2 sleeper sofas, so you can realistically sleep 3 to 4 adults right here, plus room for an air mattress by the table booth if you needed it. So you could sleep, on paper this unit will sleep 6, but you can sleep 8, maybe even more if you wanted to. Corian countertops. It's got the 9-layer roof system, ice cold ducted roof air that works great. Real Corian countertops. Stove top looks good. Microwave convection oven. Now, folks, I'm not going to blow smoke up your rear end or nothing. This is a 14-year-old motorhome. It's not brand new. But you have to realize, folks, this thing brand new. was a $171,000 is what the MSRP was according to NADA when it was new. $171,000. But you couldn't touch one today for that, folks. You bought the equivalent of this motorhome today, it's $368,000. That's how much new motorhome prices have gone up. So you couldn't even touch one of these for what this thing cost new back in 2004. And it's just got 30,000 miles. And here's you a chance to buy this thing and save over $120,000, folks, or $110,000, excuse me. This unit's $49,900 with a warranty, with an inspection, checked out, ready to go, for under $50,000 out the door. Put a pencil to that. $110,000 in depreciation that the previous owners lost on it to only use it for 30,000 miles. Average that out, cost per mile, and what that costs them. And that's not counting fuel and maintenance and service and all that stuff. It's incredible how much money you can lose on these motorhomes, folks. You never want to buy one of these new. And of course, I know that's why many of you are watching these videos, subscribe to my channels, and you're making the smart decision to buy a used one instead of a new one, because who wants to lose that kind of money? Folks, if you drove this thing off the dealer's lot in 2004, you would have lost 33% of whatever you just paid for it in 5 minutes. And in 5 seconds, as soon as you drove it across that dealership's lot line, it became a used RV. You lost 33% of whatever you just paid for it. Basically, it's like taking $50,000, $60,000 cash out of your own savings or your kid's college fund or in equity in your house, putting it in a paper sack, putting it in your driveway, sprinkling a little lighter fluid on it and throwing a match to it and watching it burn. Because you just did the exact thing if you bought this thing brand new. Basically, when they pulled, the day they bought this in 04, when they pulled it off the lot, they could have bought this particular one right here with 30,000 miles with a warranty checked out, ready to go. They could have bought this for less than what they just lost on this thing in depreciation. And they could have bought this thing free and clear and put several $1,000s cash in their pocket to use it with. Sad, but it's true, folks. But like I said, again, that's why you're watching these videos on used RVs. You know, I've been around this industry over 20 years now. It just never ceases to amaze me how much money you lose on these RVs. Now, folks, I know they're not perfect. It's 14 years old. I'm sure there's going to be some cosmetic flaws and things like that. But that is the price that you pay to save that $110,000. I mean, I don't know about you, but I can put up with a ding or a dent or a scratch or a worn spot or a stain or something like that. I can put up a lot of those things to save $110,000. So, you know, that's why you're buying used, and that's the cost of buying used. In this particular case, you've got 14 years of wear and tear, 14 years of use. And it's only got 30,000 miles. We're going to go through this thing, folks, after purchase. We're going to make sure all your important systems work. We do a major systems check included for that $49,900. That's very, very thorough. And if you want a copy of what we check out for the price that you pay, just contact our non-commissioned sales department before bidding on eBay or buying this unit on any of the 20+ different websites we advertise on, and ask them what the current lead time is for a Class A diesel. Folks, with 4 slides, this thing's not going to last long. It really is not. And great floor plan, ultra low miles for under 50 grand. It's a great brand. I mean, this is a brand that a lot better quality than the cheaper, lesser quality brands. And just like in cars, folks, just like you buy some cars that in 5 or 10 years are falling to pieces, even though they're cheap when they're new, but when they're falling to pieces after 10 years, and the brands that cost more money are still usable for the next 20 or 25 years. RVs are the same way. Now, you can go out when this thing was brand new and you could have saved 60, 70 grand, bought a cheaper brand. But by the time that cheaper brand was the age that this coach is now, it's in the junkyard, it's in pieces. That's why when you come to my lot, you see most of my RVs, as many of you know, are 10, 12, 15, even 20 years old. That's why you only see the better made brands out here, because they're the only brands that hold up after they're 10, 12, 15, or 20 years old. These cheaper brands are in the junkyard, folks, and And I'm going to tell you, that's why when you see our Class A's, folks, you see nothing but Monaco's, Holiday Ramblers, Newmars, Winnebagos, Itascas, Allegros, brands like that have stood the test of time. And they cost a lot more when they're new, but you get what you paid for, and that is a better quality used RV. So anyway, folks, this unit, like I said, it's $49.9. That's checked out, ready to go with the warranty. That's a haggle-free price. Let's go on back and look how thick this roof is. Got a fantastic vent fan. Refrigerator. This is the big 4-door, 12 cubic feet. Almost as big as the one in your own home. It's clean. All the shelves are there. Deep freezer. Got a built-in ice maker, which will make sure that works. And it's cold. I don't have my thermometer with me, but trust me, folks. Here in the walk-through bathroom, you've got, again, Corian countertops. They didn't cheap out, put Corian in the front and just composite in the back. They actually put Corian all the way around, which is man-made marble. Got a medicine cabinet. A nice shower area. Stickers are still in good shape, so you know they haven't taken a lot of showers in here. You can look around the skylight. I don't see any water stains, no marks, nothing like that. Even though this is a fiberglass roof, folks, you still have basic maintenance you do to all RVs. And part of that maintenance is you want to seal around your skylight every year with some self-leveling sealant, Dicor, or Proflex. Either one, they're both great choices. And even though with a fiberglass roof, you don't have to spend hours up there every year like you do with a rubber roof. And just for the record, folks, if you take care of a rubber roof, it'll last you just as long as a metal or a fiberglass roof will. But you've got several more hours a year in maintenance. And most people don't take care of used RV roofs like they should. That's why anytime you want to buy a used RV with a rubber roof and it's for sale by owner, you want to ask them have they had their yearly roof service done every year. Because they hadn't, you really want to look closely and make sure it doesn't need to be replaced. But anyway, folks, anytime you buy an RV here, part of our checkout is we service the roof for the year, so you don't have to worry about it. Sealand RV toilet. That's a China toilet. Got a second vanity in here. Again, Corian countertops, big medicine cabinet, plenty of lighting, vent fans. Xantrix 2000 watt inverter here in the back bedroom. Really nice and cozy. You've got a Queen Island bed. You've got a big TV. You've got storage. Big closet across the back. You know, when it's really hot outside, you've got this second unit. If you'll turn the cool jet on and close your bedroom door off, it'll be like an ice box in here. See, my motorhome's got a system real similar to this, and that's what I do. I shut the bedroom off. I don't camp much in the summer because that's our busy time here at the lot, and plus I'm very hot-natured. I don't like the heat. So, but when I do camp and it's hot outside, that is a great feeling to walk in that bedroom and have it ice cold. Anyway, folks, $49.9, haggle-free. You know, I'm not going to take any less. I don't care if you're paying cash, if you're paying gold bars, trade, finance, it doesn't matter, folks. The price is $49.9 if you want the warranty and the inspection. See, those services cost us a lot of money because certified RV techs aren't cheap. And that's who's going to check this out. And the way our sales process works is that we give you two options to buy. First option is like I've been talking about, which is option A, which is the warranty, the inspection, and the walkthrough by the tech that checked it out included for the low asking price of $49.9. This is only a 30,000 mile motorhome, folks. It's a great brand. You know, not all brands are the same. In other words, this right here is going to be worth a lot more than, say, a 2004 Four Winds or a Coachman. This is like comparing a Coachman to this is like comparing a Kia to a Lexus. I mean, you get what you paid for. This is a very nice unit, so not all 2004 motorhomes are the same. A lot of people forget that the brands, just like in cars, other brands bring more than others and hold their value better than others, especially the higher-end, better-built ones like this Ambassador. But $49.9, that's out the door. There's no surprise fees, no dock fees, no prep fees, no freight fees, no acquisition, no corporate fees, no tag and title fees, none of that junk, folks. It's $49.9 out the door plus sales tax if you're a Georgia resident. All out-of-state residents will pay their own sales tax when they tag and title this motor home in their home state, and you will. Getting a little tongue-tied here, folks. You will pay your state sales tax rate when you tag and title this motor home at your local DMV office. You get a 45-day temporary tag, good anywhere in the country. You will have to get insurance on it, of course, just like any other used vehicle you buy. All that's included, $49.9. Now, and that's haggle-free, which means firm for those of you who don't understand what haggle-free means. And I'm not trying to be difficult to get along with, folks, but the internet has completely changed how dealers sell their inventory. We're competing against literally thousands of RV dealers on the internet that post their inventory with prices. And if our prices didn't beat their prices, our phones would never ring, our email boxes would be empty, and we certainly wouldn't be selling almost 600 used units a year like we have been doing, in which we're doing this year. And folks, we've been doing it for 49 years. I mean, Holiday Rambler hasn't been in business that much longer than we have. So obviously we're doing something right. We're one of the oldest, largest, and most successful independently owned used RV dealerships in the country. Got over 170 units in stock. Diesels, gas, A, B, C's. We got everything you want, folks. And our prices, like I said, you can get online, you can compare us to everybody else. Our prices can't be beat, especially considering the fact that A, we don't charge any extra fees, and B, you get that warranty and inspection that other dealerships are going to charge you thousands of dollars extra for, included for the low asking price. It's already lower than everything else out there. So don't believe me? See how many 30,000 mile 2004 Holiday Rambler PDQs you see on the internet with a warranty inspected, ready to go for $49.9 out the door. You'll be looking for a long time, and while you're looking, somebody's going to buy this one that's going to recognize what kind of bargain it is. Now, folks, for those of you who are old school, who like to haggle, there's nothing wrong with that. Even though the internet's changed all that, we still try to accommodate you. And what we can do, we have a very, very low markup, so obviously we can't come off our price unless you take it without me having to pay the warranty company several $100s for that warranty, and I don't have to pay my RV tech several $100s plus any parts they may use to do an inspection and a walkthrough. So if I don't have to pay those costs, I will give you the discount of what those services cost us. But keep in mind, folks, it's strictly buying it as it sits, just like we bought it. Of course, we're not expecting you to make that decision based on my video or what I'm saying. I want you to look at this thing in person and make an appointment with a 24-hour notice to look at this particular unit. Now, folks, if you want to come look at 4 or 5 units, appointment's really not necessary because I can't plug up that many units at one time or have the generator running on that many units at one time. But if you're coming to look at this particular motorhome, give us a call, minimum 24-hour notice, set a time, be here on time. We'll have the unit plugged into power, or we'll have the generator running. We'll have the airs on, the fridge on, lights on. Let you go through it, and you can judge it for yourself, whether you want to do your own inspection and judge for yourself. If I want to do the full inspection, get the warranty and all that for $49.9, or if I want to save a little bit of money and not wait for the inspection and just go ahead and take it like it sets, and any little thing I find wrong with it, I'll fix it myself. I've checked the major stuff, folks, the stuff that costs you the most money if they're not working, like the roof airs. We checked the driving, obviously. We drove it 600 miles here. We checked the slide outs and the generator and the fridge. You know those things work. So I'm not going to discourage you or encourage you to take one option or the other. Come look at it in person, inspect it yourself. But keep in mind, folks, the price, I don't care if you have to travel 3,000 miles to get here. If you want it with the inspection and the warranty, the price is $49.9. It's $49.9 when you look at it on the internet. It's $49.9 when you call. It's $49.9 when you get here in person. That's not going to change unless you do not want the services. And I don't care if you've got a pocket full of cash. In fact, I'd rather you not even pay cash. I'd rather you do a wire transfer or pay a cashier's check. A lot less paperwork involved with the IRS when you don't pay $100 bills. But anyway, folks, financing's available. We take trade-ins. You can apply for financing right from our website, parkwayrvcenter.com. Keep in mind, folks, absolute minimum down payment is 10% cash or trade equity. That's what the big nationwide banks require to loan money on RVs because these are considered a luxury item. A car is considered a want, or it's considered a need, not a want. RVs are considered a want, just like, you know, you applying for financing for this is like applying for financing on a 40-foot motor yacht. It's the same concept in the bank size. So these are a little harder to get financing than a car or a truck or even a house, because you have to have those things to survive. You don't have to have an RV, and the banks know that. They know if you ever have hard times or lose your income, lose your job or whatever, the bank knows that a camper is going to be the first thing you quit making payments on, and the first thing you let get repossessed is going to be the motorhome. Because you need a house to live in, you need a car to drive to find another job. So that's why the banks are so much harder to finance on these than a car or a truck. But we've got a great guy that's doing our financing now with different lenders. We're hooked up with all the nationwide lenders, but they do require 10% down. I have no control over that, folks. I don't loan money. The banks don't tell me how to sell RVs. So that's just what they require, and I really don't blame them. But anyway, you can apply for financing right from our website, parkwayrvcenter.com. We're also more than happy to work with your own bank or lending institute to get you approved for an RV. And keep in mind, folks, if you're looking at several motorhomes on the website, apply for financing on the newest and the most expensive one, because it's easier to drop down in price if you're approved on the more expensive one than it is to go up. Anyway, folks, give us a call if you have any questions, 706-965-7929, evenings and Sundays, 423-605-6747. Our website is parkwayrvcenter.com or .net. They're both mobile friendly. Folks, we're a 49-year-old family-owned and operated used RV dealership. We're one of the largest in the country, one of the most successful. We're independently owned. We're not a franchise dealer. We don't sell new motorhomes. Like I said, I can sell you a motorhome like this for less than what you're going to lose if you went and bought a new Holiday Rambler as soon as you drove it off the lot. For less than what you're going to lose. So let that sink in for a minute. We've got the nicest units, because after 49 years in business, we know where to get the good ones at before the big boys get them. Folks, if you went to one of these big corporate box stores and bought this motorhome, it'd be 10 to 15 grand more because of all their extra overhead. We don't use commission salespeople, which saves you a ton of money, and it reduces buying stress, because there's no sales gimmicks, there's no sales pressure, there's no trouble, surprises, drama, or any of that stuff, because these guys get paid the same whether you buy one from here or not. So it just eliminates all of that, everything that everybody hates about buying a big ticket item used. It eliminates that problem, and more dealers are going to that now, folks. We've been doing it that way for almost 50 years. It's the way our buyers prefer it. That's the way our salespeople prefer it. Now, keep in mind, I can't afford to hire 30 or 40 salespeople like most RV lots my size have, because I don't pay them commission. I have to pay them every week, which they sell several each a week. That's no problem. We sell 1 to 3 Class A motorhomes every day, folks, and usually right around 4 units total. But 80% of our business is Class A motorhomes, gas and diesel, and we've got tons of them. So these guys sell these things like crazy. So it's been years since one of my salespeople went an entire week without selling an RV. It's been years, folks. Every one of my salespeople, I've got 4 of them, because that's all I can afford to pay without going up on my prices, because I have to pay them a pretty hefty salary to sell RVs for us, because they stay so busy. These guys, folks, they're not working one deal at a time. They're working several deals at a time. In fact, one of my best salespeople right now, I was talking to him earlier, he's got 12 deals he's working right now on different units. Some of them, he's got more than one buyer on the same unit. So keep in mind, these things are for sale until somebody leaves a deposit on them. If you are interested in this motorhome, highly recommend you call us. You're welcome to email us at sales@parkwayrvcenter.com. Keep in mind, with 4 salespeople selling almost 600 used RVs a year, they don't have a lot of time to sit behind a computer writing and reading emails back and forth. In fact, that same salesperson I was talking about, one of my best guys, he won't even respond to an email. If he can't call you, he'll just let you talk to one of the other guys. He'll move on to the next customer. He operates off the phone and in person. He's kind of an old school salesperson, but talking about a man that sells a lot of RVs. Anyway, selling 600 RVs a year between 4 salespeople, folks. Please expect a delay on an email, and while you're waiting on a response to that email, Somebody else, even though it could be hours after you sent the email, could see this video, pick up a phone and call us and buy this unit out from under you. Because like I said, until money's left on it, these things are for sale. I don't hold them without money. We're a high volume dealer, can't afford to. We stay in business by making a little bit instead of a lot and moving them quickly. We don't let grass grow under them. You know, if these things last more than a month or 30 days, then something's wrong. And we move these things quick, folks. I mean, I can't tell you, this thing will probably be gone 3 or 4 days. Can't guarantee it'll be gone 3 or 4 days, but it would not surprise me. I've sold RVs as little as 30 minutes after the video was published. So keep in mind, there's a shortage of used RVs on today's market, and low mileage 4-slide motorhomes for under 50 grand is just about impossible to find, much less a Holiday Rambler Ambassador quality, much less with a 90-day nationwide warranty, not a local warranty, but a nationwide warranty, and a systems check by our RV technicians. Give us a call, come look at this thing in person. You see it in person, you'll buy it, folks. I mean, the first serious buyer that looks in this motor home, checks it out really well, will buy it. I have no doubt about that. The first person that can buy it will. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, email us, call us. Like I said, call for faster response, 706-965-7929. Evenings and Sundays, 423-605-6747. If you call the office number, the 706 number first, there is an answering service if it's after hours. We're open 6 days a week, closed Sunday, and we close at 6 o'clock Eastern Time, Monday through Friday, and close at 5 o'clock Eastern Time on Saturday, and that's on the dot. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, give us a call. Subscribe to my Facebook channel, of course YouTube. I've got a Big Bow Facebook page. Send me a friend request. I post stuff there all the time. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're on all the major social medias. We're on 20 of the most popular for sale websites on the internet for RVs. Thousands of people are going to see this ad, and hundreds are going to watch the video in the next 24 hours alone. Thank you for watching. Look forward to seeing you in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia.